Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Chicago Conservative. If you are a new viewer, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you are a returning viewer, then thank you for coming back, man. I really appreciate the love, guys. And if you don't subscribe, you're going to be caught in Ashley Biden's diary, guys. And you don't want that, man. There's some nasty stuff up in that, man. And trust me, if you end up in that diary, it's going to be bad. So subscribe. Okay, guys? So let's just get right to this video, man. We got a juicy story today, guys. Now, I don't know what the world has been going on in Washington, D.C., guys. Like, I don't know if some crazy gas is in the air, but we got to start getting it together, man. Because even though we don't like each other, we have to come to a common ground when it comes to some of these things, guys, because when I tell you guys this story, this is just going to be absolutely crazy. I honestly don't see why people don't get it yet when it comes to these transitions. But let me just hop into some context, guys. So I don't know if you guys know who Ted Cruz is, but this guy ain't got no filter. I love Ted Cruz, man. I love people like Ted Cruz, Donald Trump, Vivek Ramaswamy. I like guys with I like guys that just speak their mind, okay? We don't care about this crazy leftist tactics that they trying to do nowadays. Everything you say, oh, you're a can. I don't care. It's the truth. Okay. And people like me and Ted Cruz, we agree on certain things, like not letting 6'2" men that were basically doing horrendous acts before they transition into women's prisons, guys. So let me just hop into context. There was a Senate meeting and Ted Cruz was basically confronting this woman about her letting a man who transitioned into a woman's prison when in previous times, I can't say what I want to say, so it rhymes with grape, guys. He graped a 9-year-old boy. He graped a 17-year-old girl. This was before he transitioned, by the way. And you think this is okay? You think this should be allowed in a woman's prison? This dude is 6'2", by the way, guys. So this ain't just no regular guy. And Ted Cruz was trying to confront her about this, and basically she was just acting all crazy, like, the law. Man, listen here, man. Everybody always want to abide by the law and do all this until it's your family, until it's your daughter, okay? I'm pretty sure you would not let anyone like that near your daughter. But let me just hop into some more context here, guys. So basically the lady ended up contradicting herself the whole entire time, and Ted Cruz tried to call her out on this, and basically they tried to silence them, guys, and I don't think that's right. I really don't think that's right when it comes to situations like this, because this is the safety of women. I know they're in prison, but still, man, look, man, I've spoken to a lot of women, and their worst fear is getting raped, guys. Like, I'm gonna just tell you straight up, like, that is like one of the worst fears that a woman has, okay? And you are literally letting him in so he can do this. But let's just take a look at this video, guys, and shout out to Ted Cruz, man. W.
Well, Judge Netburn, I'm going to continue on this line of questioning. In your court, what matters more, the rights of individuals or your political ideology?
I apply the law to the facts.
I asked a question, which matters more?
Well, my political ideology doesn't matter at all.
Okay, so I don't believe you. And I think this case demonstrates that you are willing to subjugate the rights of individuals to satisfy your political ideology. This case involves a male defendant who raped a 9-year-old boy. Was he guilty of that?
Yes, the petitioner pled guilty to that.
Okay, so he raped a 9-year-old boy. He also raped a 17-year-old girl. Was he guilty of that?
He pled guilty. The petitioner pled guilty to that crime as well.
So was he guilty?
I hope so, because she pled guilty to it.
He was a he when he did this.
That's correct.
And also criminal deviant conduct, which the record doesn't disclose what that was exactly. Then, after serving in prison, Mr. McClain was released for parole but then violated the terms of parole by having internet and was sent back to prison. 1 year after being released again, he was convicted of having child pornography. Is that correct?
Unclear on exactly the time frame that you're at, but the petitioner was convicted of distributing child pornography.
Child pornography that was images of adults violently raping children.
Abhorrent conduct.
Okay.
For which there are real victims.
And this individual, 6'2", biologically a man. A minute ago you said that when this man decided that he was a she, you said this individual was, quote, I wrote it down, sober and entirely a female. That phrase struck me as remarkable. Did this individual have male genitalia?
I think what I said, or at least what
that is a verbatim quote, entirely a female.
Sorry, what I meant to say was hormonally a female.
Okay, but that's not entirely. Did this individual have male genitalia?
Yes.
So you took a 6'2" serial rapist, serial child rapist with male genitalia, and he said, you know, I'd like to be in a women's prison. And your answer was, that sounds great to me. Let me ask you something. The other women in that prison, do they have any rights?
Is that a question you're asking me?
Yes, the other women in that prison, do they have any rights?
Of course.
Do they have the right not to have a 6'2" man who is a repeat serial rapist put in as their cellmate?
Senator Cruz, I considered the facts presented to me, and I reached a decision based on what the law
I asked
is.
you a question. Do they have a right not to have a 6'2" man who is a serial rapist put in as their cellmate? Do those women have a right to that?
Every person who's incarcerated has the right to be safe in their space.
But you didn't think so. You didn't think so. Del, in what universe is someone who is a serial repeat child rapist not at a risk of reoffending?
Senator, as I do in every case.
Okay, I know you've been told to repeat the line, I follow the law. I asked a question. In what universe is someone who is a serial repeat child rapist not at risk of reoffending?
Sir, I looked at the facts that were before me in this case. All of the evidence, including the statements of every warden who had supervised this petitioner.
You also wrote, the BOP also posits that permitting petitioner to live among women will be traumatizing and possibly dangerous to them. This concern is overblown. I have to say, if I were the father of one of those women, and you decided that my daughter's cellmate was going to be a 6'2" man who over and over and over again committed violent sexual assault, I would say the entire justice system is absurd, and it is clear on your record your political ideology matters a heck of a lot more than the rights of those women that you endangered. I think you're a radical, and I think you have no business being a judge.
And the last thing I'll say is that the Transgender Executive Council, which is the body that makes decisions on behalf of transgender transfer requests within the Bureau of Prisons, never said that the petitioner could not be transferred, and never, ever said that she couldn't be transferred because of any risk of violence. What the Transgender Executive Council repeatedly said in denying the request was simply that she needed to maintain her hormone levels.
Thank you, Judge Netburn. Senator Padilla.
Judge Netburn, that's directly contrary to what your report
you all
says.
have
That is
had
directly
no.
We're going to follow up, and that's how it works.
There is not.
That is exactly how it works.
Look,
if you follow up, you didn't get extra time, and she just directly contradicted her own report. I'm just going to read her own words because it's exactly the opposite of what she said. Your own report.
Senators, I gave both of you more time to finish your line of questioning. I allowed the witness to finish her. I allowed the witness to finish her response. I allowed the witness to finish her response. That is,
I understand that you're scared of the facts.
I have
She has an obligation to explain why she directly contradicted what she wrote in her report. She says in her report the Bureau of Prisons' claimed penological interest is in protecting female prisoners from sexual violence and trauma. She just told you the Bureau of Prisons didn't say there was a concern about sexual violence and trauma. Those are directly contradictory, and why are you contradicting what you wrote in your report?
And what are you trying to hide, Madam Chair? No, wait, point of order.
Senator Padilla. Senator Padilla.
Are you going to let her answer that question?
Senator
or you
Padilla.
don't want her to answer that question?
Senator
You're
Padilla.
afraid?
Very much, Madam Chair.
Senator.
So yeah, we know who's in Ashley Biden's diary, guys. That woman is clearly in there because what are you talking about? If you know that this guy has a prior record to raping people while he was a dude, do you really think it's smart for him to be in a prison full of women? Full of double X chromosomes? What is wrong with you, dude? It doesn't matter what you say when it comes to all of that. Or stop calling it a she, okay? That was blowing me low-key. Like, you keep saying she like that. That is a dude. He didn't even get his dong cut off yet, so he's pupping. Like, what is you talking about, lady? He's ready to go. And you sit up here thinking this is okay? Because his hormones on the same level as, well, he's not a, you know what? I ain't trying to get canceled by YouTube because YouTube be on some other stuff, y'all. But we all know what's going on here, guys. They're trying to basically force this agenda on actual women. Like, what is going on in this country, guys? So now, feminism was about women, but now you guys have people like, I'm going to just call him Bruce, okay? Because that's his real name. You guys got like people like Bruce being Woman of the Year, Dylan Mulvaney getting top sponsor deals for like Nike and Bud Light. That's why nobody want to drink Bud Light anymore. Because you guys are saying a dude is basically like the woman of this. Like, what is, man, listen, man. I don't care what you people say out there. If he got a dong, he is a man, bro. Okay? Like, what is going on here? And then what I don't get about women, it's like, this is supposed to be for women. You guys are letting trans get in sports and this, that, and the third. Like, and the trans are literally whooping y'all in everything. Don't let trans get in the WNBA, because it's over with. Y'all gonna be getting dunked. Oh, wait, boy. Don't do it. Do not do it, okay? I'm just letting y'all know now. Y'all look. I know y'all in the WNBA confident and all, but don't do it, okay? Because y'all gonna be getting dunked on, and y'all gonna be filing some charges after that, boy, because, look, they jump high, okay? But I'ma just be honest with you guys. This is not good for America, because this could be your daughter. Like he said it, this could be your daughter, man. I'm not trying to say that I want your daughter to go to prison, but this could be in a bathroom. This can be this can be anywhere in a public bathroom or anywhere. Like, they're trying to normalize this stuff everywhere, guys. When are we just going to say enough is enough? Stuff like this isn't even supposed to be happening. Because you know deep down inside this isn't right, lady. You're sitting there with a smug on your face like she honestly was looking like she was entertained by this. Other people of the Senate arguing, like, that's disgusting, lady. When this man literally did horrendous acts in the past, you bogus for that. You bogus for that. And shout out Ted Cruz and Robert Kennedy. I heard you in the background too, man. Shout out to you too, man. I love Robert Kennedy too. He funny. But listen, man. America, what's going on? What is going on here, man? Like, that's not okay. At the end of the day, he's a dude. Let him do all of that in a man prison and see what's going to happen. Why can't he just do that in a man prison? Oh, because they know he's got, you know what? I see you guys on the next show, because I know I'm going to keep going and I'm not trying to get canceled, guys. But if you guys didn't check out that video with me and Judge Joe Brown, please go check that out, man, because that is a W for the Chicago conservative team, man. I don't know if you guys know who Judge Joe Brown is, but if you don't, you've been under a rock or you just very young. And I don't think young people really watching it. So look, y'all go check that video out, man. And trust me, I got a lot of stuff coming for you guys, but you gotta hit that subscribe button, guys, so I know y'all supporting me, man. I can't be talking to a ghost here, you know? But if you guys like the channel, you know what I'm saying, like, subscribe for more. And I am out of here, guys. Peace.